Richard Fitzwilliams is a royal commentator, and he joins me now from London. Good to have you on the show, sir. Prince Harry has said that changing the media landscape is his life's work. Is this case going to be a defining moment for him?
I think it absolutely will be. He has 4 cases pending against different media groups. This is against the Mirror Group, and indeed his lawyer, David Sherborne, this morning, Harry didn't show today, but he will apparently be in the witness box tomorrow, has been giving some details of the allegations, which one has to say are deeply serious and which take you back to the days when Harry was very young, to Princess Diana. In fact, what will be emerging from this will be an extraordinary portrait of the way, firstly, the allegations that of the media hacking. This was, I think, the major skeleton looking back in the British media's recent history. And the facts also are that Harry will be in the witness box. As you mentioned, the first senior member of the royal family to appear by Princess Anne in 2002 in an issue dealing with one of her dogs, since Edward VII as Prince of Wales in 1891. He gave a very poor account of himself, and the royals have made it their policy subsequently to keep out of courts if humanly possible. Now, Harry knows what he's letting himself in for. The problem, of course, in a court is that you're never absolutely certain what you're going to be asked, and undoubtedly it will be a surprising thing to see him subjected to forensic cross-examination. On the result will indeed, I think, be defining, because, as you say, he's said it's his life's work to change the media. We will have to see.
So when he takes a stand, you're saying essentially this is going to be a known unknown. I mean, when you look at the cross-examination, I mean, this isn't like taking questions from Oprah Winfrey in a celebrity interview. I mean, he's going to be facing the Mirror Group plus 3 other cases, some very tough questioning. I mean, is it fair to say that he's going to have some big risks for him?
It's a risk in the sense that when it came to Oprah Winfrey, it was such a dramatic interview that issues dealing with race and mental health were so dominant, the royal family were unable and couldn't respond anyway, point by point. The Queen's comments, some recollections may vary as remembered, but the facts were that that did enormous damage to the royal family, especially among younger people, there's no doubt about it. And when it came to Spare and the allegations in that, and also the interviews that he's done around that, all of them were friendly or comparatively friendly. Now, this is a totally different sphere. But what we also are likely to see, and we've heard some of it this morning, is the allegation that with Diana, that when he was young, the way his friendships were unable to develop, there was a form of paranoia, often of depression, there were leaks. And the allegations are extremely serious, and there's no doubt also the way they affected his relationship with Chelsea Davy, it's been alleged. This too, and subsequently, you're going back, as I say, 20, 30 years. And also there has been a long-running duel between Harry and the high-profile journalist Piers Morgan, who was editor of The Mirror during some pivotal years involved in these allegations. So that, too, will be a focus of enormous media interest.
It's a good point you make. One final question. I don't have a lot of time left. I mean, you said this is going to be a very different sphere in itself. I understand that, but I have to ask you, I mean, what is the rest of the royal family feeling right now? Are they on the edge of their seats?
I would suggest that they would be feeling uncomfortable because other allegations that he has made have involved his feelings that Clarence House did not encourage what he was doing, that his father was certainly not encouraging, regarding AGM newspapers, that there was a separate settlement with William, and that the royal family, so the Sussexes believe, colluded with parts of the media to ease the rehabilitation of Camilla, for example, but also to drive the Sussexes out. So there's an awful lot at stake here, and what may be said about the royal family and its links with the press, this may very well be embarrassing. Also, it may be challenged. There will be some very, very fierce duels in court.
Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams, thank you very much for joining us here on the NewsHour. I do appreciate it, sir.